Former football star O.J. Simpson has died. A look back at his life. And increased prices for travel, how you can save money when booking your summer vacation. Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. O.J. Simpson passed away at the age of 76 after a battle with cancer. Simpson, of course, was acquitted in connection with the 1994 killings of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. It was called the trial of the century. Before that, the country watched as he led officers on a low-speed chase across L.A. Simpson later served 9 years of a 33-year sentence on a robbery charge in Nevada. He says he was taking back stolen property of his. Simpson won the Heisman Trophy at USC as a football star and went on to play in the NFL. We are told he died Wednesday, surrounded by family. Inflation is hanging on. Prices continue to rise at a faster than expected pace. It's further frustrating people who are already strapped for cash. We're seeing higher prices at the gas station for car insurance and housing as well. Overall, Americans have seen average prices increase more than 20% since the start of the pandemic.
We should just get used to the fact that higher prices are here to stay. We always say the cure for high prices is high prices because eventually consumers stop spending. Well, we haven't stopped spending, so businesses are used to keeping these prices at these levels, and this is probably where they're going to stay for the foreseeable future.
The higher prices mean that the Federal Reserve is not likely to cut interest rates anytime soon. Weeks after State Farm Insurance said it will not renew 72,000 policies for homes and apartments in the state, we now know which zip codes will be impacted the most. The list of non-renewals seems to focus on neighborhoods that are at the highest risk of wildfires and other natural disasters. Several zip codes on the west side are among them, places like Pacific Palisades and Brentwood. The list also includes Calabasas, Hidden Hills, and Woodland Hills. Experts say you should try to get an alternate form of insurance as quickly as possible.
We used to call it shopping for insurance. Now we call it hunting. You know, you ready, aim, fire. If you get something, take it, because that's the best you can do.
In a statement, State Farm says in part that its decision was not made lightly and that it analyzed its financial health, which is impacted by inflation, reinsurance costs, and regulations. Get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather while it lasts, because there's a storm heading our way. Let's check in with meteorologist Stephanie Olmo.
Hello, everyone. As we continue, well, we have high pressure system that's kept things under control across the area. It actually gave us some sunshine and warmer temperatures. Well, that continues to slide its way further to the east, and well, it's going to give way to an area of low pressure as we take you into the weekend. You see it right here. It continues to slide its way to the south as we head into early Saturday. With it is a cold front that's going to press in as we head into Saturday afternoon and evening. We will see some activity, some scattered showers throughout the day. We'll have some dry breaks, of course, and that threat continues until Sunday as well. An area of low pressure continues to slide further in. So taking a look at what's to be expected. So again, the showers will begin Saturday morning and will continue on and off through Sunday. In terms of rainfall amounts, about 1/4 inch to an inch will be possible in most areas. Back to you.
There are new details about the mother accused of killing her boyfriend and pushing her child into traffic on the 405 freeway. NBC4's I-Team confirmed that Danielle Johnson was known as Danielle Aoka online, and under that alias, she made several disturbing posts. Some were anti-Semitic, and police say after her rampage on Monday, she died when she crashed into a tree on PCH. People at their apartment complex in Woodland Hills say they are haunted by what happened.
She's insane. Yeah, that she had mental problems. To do what she did, the way that she did it, yeah, it's just awful.
When she pushed her children onto the freeway, her baby was hit by a car and died. Her 9-year-old is the only survivor. She's now with Child Protective Services. A former Lyft driver is now in jail after police say he sexually assaulted one of his passengers. 34-year-old Fernando Macias Morales is accused of attacking a woman in September after she fell asleep during a ride from West Hollywood to Santa Monica. The woman told police she woke up to Morales touching her. Morales is facing 3 felony charges, including kidnapping. In a statement, Lyft called the incident reprehensible and says it's cooperating with the investigation. Federal charges are likely coming for Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter. Two sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC News Ipe Mizuhara will face charges in connection with the gambling investigation tied to a former Orange County bookie. NBC News has also learned that Ohtani has been assisting authorities. Reports indicate at least $4.5 million were sent from Ohtani's bank account to Matthew Boyer, the alleged bookmaker. Ohtani has emphasized that he has never bet on sports. Flight attendants will be back on the picket lines at LAX. Dozens of United workers represented by the Association of Flight Attendants are demanding a new contract and better pay. Flight attendants say they are working longer hours, spending more time away from family, and dealing with unsafe working conditions. They say the day of action is in direct response to recent reports of hefty salary increases for top airline executives. United has said it is making progress with the union and that it looks forward to additional negotiations to reach an industry-leading agreement. Well, summer is just around the corner and travel is expected to reach or even fly past pre-pandemic levels this year. NBC's Sam Brock tells us what to expect when planning your next trip.
Surf, sand, and sunscreen are on the minds of many Americans planning a summer trip. Projections are calling for an eye-popping 4.7 billion people to travel across the globe in 2024, likely breaking an all-time record.
Are we finally going to see the numbers exceed what happened before the pandemic struck?
2023 was really our test case of, are we sort of back to normal? You know, travel is definitely back, and it is significantly more so than we saw pre-pandemic.
Here in the U.S., nearly all Americans plan to take a trip this year, with half reporting they'll travel internationally. That includes Aaliyah Hill, who's already booked a trip to Barcelona with her grandmother and also has eyes on New Orleans and Chicago if prices cooperate.
You may need multiple jobs or even like a side hustle to afford flights, hotels, food when you get there. Everything does add up.
While the travel deal website Going.com reports plane tickets are still down substantially from their peak in mid-2022, the logistical turbulence is real. Airlines are wary of the potential long-term impact of Boeing's door plug blowout, with the federal government taking an increased role overseeing quality control. Boeing announcing Tuesday its airplane deliveries dropping to just 83 in the first 3 months of this year, roughly half what it was in the prior quarter. The move trickling down to some U.S. carriers that mainly use Boeing planes. Last month, Southwest Airlines said it will have to cut capacity plans. United has paused hiring pilots, and Alaska Air says its scheduling is in flux, all citing Boeing delays. Though Going.com says there's reason for optimism.
We actually have more flights on the schedule as well as more seats available. So this is actually a good thing and good news for travelers.
Those like Aaliyah Hill, who are hoping for affordable flights, might consider other options in the meantime, like traveling by train or bus.
So do I sacrifice a whole day worth of travel so that I'm not working, but I'm saving money on a ticket? Or do I just cut my losses and buy the more expensive ticket, but then I'm able to work in between time?
You have to plan ahead. So to get ahead of the high prices, experts say you should book domestic flights 3 to 7 months in advance and international flights 4 to 8 months before your trip. A major change in California's state workers. Governor Newsom says they'll no longer be able to work from home full time. They'll need to work in the office at least 2 days a week. That new policy will take effect on June 17th. Requests for more days at home will be considered on a case-by-case basis. Complications and delays continue for college students applying for financial aid. The new application system for FAFSA, which stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, has been plagued with problems. Many students are waiting for offers, but colleges have not been able to send them out because the system is backlogged. It's left students in limbo who rely on the help to pay for their education. They've been a childhood staple for generations, but it turns out Lunchables may not be the healthiest option for young kids. Consumer Reports an advocacy group tested 12 store-bought Lunchable products and found several of the kits contained relatively high levels of lead, cadmium, and sodium. None of the kits exceed any legal or regulatory limit, but the group says even small amounts of those substances can cause developmental problems. Consumer Reports based the amount of lead in each product off of California's maximum allowable dose level. It found that the turkey and cheddar Lunchables reached 74% of the daily limit, the pepperoni pizza 73%, and the cheese pizza 69%. Consumer Reports is now urging the USDA to remove Lunchables from the National School Lunch Program. Kraft Heinz, which makes the product, says Lunchables adhere to all safety standards. McDonald's has launched an advertising campaign that may be impossible to resist. These billboards are scented with the irresistible aroma of McDonald's French fries. So it works like this. The billboards are plain red and yellow without a word or a McDonald's logo. But when someone stands within 15 feet of it, they are greeted with the smell of fries. And of course, a McDonald's restaurant just happens to be nearby, so you can easily head on over and place an order. But for now, the billboards are only in Netherlands. Oh, I love the smell of McDonald's fries. The opening weekend of Coachella kicks off on Friday in Indio, and there are rumors swirling over whether Taylor Swift will make a surprise appearance. So Swift is not on the official Coachella lineup, but Us Weekly reports that she's planning to attend with her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. What's adding fuel to the fire? Friends and collaborators Ice Spice and Lana Del Rey are all performing at Coachella. Swift also left an opening in her schedule during the European leg of her Eras tour. So we'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be fun. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.